Hello friends, welcome back. I am on my tippy toes because Jacob is super tall.
You just gotta film videos in heels.
Yeah.
That's oppressive.
That's so... Guys, we didn't upload a video last week because we've had a lot of stuff going on.
Yep.
So we're going to update you a little bit in this video with what's happening. We also have an office update that we're going to share with you, things that we've been getting done in there.
Which has been so hard.
Yeah, Jacob's had a rough week.
It was super rough. 2 weeks.
And just other house updates and things that we'll share with you guys today.
It'll be fun.
Woo! So I just actually had a doctor appointment, just like my annual checkup, physical, that whole thing where they do your blood and everything. And it went really well, but I was curious who actually goes to the doctor every year, because I feel like I've always thought that that's just what you do. Like that's how I grew up, like going to the doctor every year. You see the doctor, you see the dentist, you see the eye doctor, like everybody. And as I've grown up and met more people, I've realized that that's not a thing for a lot of people. So I'm curious, do you go to the doctor every year? Anyways, I'm gonna go to Target and get some laundry detergent. I'm just going into Target to get detergent. Yeah, right, okay. Look at this. So I got laundry detergent. I'm gonna try this. I haven't tried this before, but we're gonna try that and see how that works. Jacob wanted cereal, so I got 3 boxes of Frosted Flakes. Honestly, the Market Pantry Frosted Flakes is super good. Like, surprisingly so. I would recommend, and it's much cheaper.
Did you get more Nutty Buddies?
I did not get more Nutty Buddies. I am so sorry. I wanted to try these. I love freeze-dried fruit and stuff, and I have never seen this before, but it's watermelon.
Huh.
Doesn't it look good? I hope it's good. We'll find out. We'll try that in a second. Look how weird these look. I still have the seeds in them. Yeah.
Weird.
It tastes like what?
Like the watermelon wasn't good when they freeze dried it. Like it wasn't gonna taste good. Like it was underripe.
There we go.
Do not recommend.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah,
Don't really like it. That's a bummer.
The longer it's in my mouth, the less I like it.
So one thing that's new is that Jacob is done with classes.
I finished my first year of seminary.
Yay!
The first one of 3.
He did it. Yep, yeah, so there's still 2 more, but it's fine. You're done for the summer, you get to relax a little bit. But now he is working a little bit more for me, and working a little bit more for the school as well.
Yeah, so I've been editing photos and being tech support for Shelby for 2 weeks now.
That's been so fun. He's
yes.
loved every minute of being tech support.
Yeah, I'll tell you more about that when we get to the office update.
Yeah. Look how cute. There's eating the branches.
Bambi, come back.
Alright, I switched into 4K, so hopefully you can see them. There's one, and then there's another one right there. How cute. Okay, one more update for me is that I got a business coach to help me with advertising, marketing, creating organic leads, things like that, which I'm super excited for. It's just been a lot of work to get started with that program. So that's been my main goal lately, and where like all of my energy has been devoted. I also started like a new client doing interior design photo and video, so that's also been an adventure for sure.
Yeah, that was super fun. Should we flash some of those photos up on the screen?
Yeah, sure. I'll show a few. We went to a condo that she renovated on the Upper East Side in New York. So I'll show a couple photos of that because it was
super fun.
Super beautiful, gorgeous condo, incredible location. So yeah.
It's cute, she said. You can't tell because it's not 4K and this is a GoPro, so it's really far away. But right there is where the T-Rex comes out in Jurassic Park. Every time we come over here, that's what I think, because there's like this big gap in the trees and it looks just like where the T-Rex pops out in Jurassic Park. That's fun.
It does. Not wrong. It is almost 10 o'clock, which means it's dinner time.
Yep.
I am making shredded chicken parmesan sandwiches, and I'm pumped. It looks really easy, so I'm excited for this one. I'll leave the recipe in the description below if you want to check it out. And hopefully it'll be good. We'll let you know. This is gonna be so good. I just tried a little bite of it and it's, oh my gosh, it's so good. This has like the chicken, shredded chicken, and then the cheese. I'm just waiting for it to melt down a little bit. Got the toast going, and then we'll put this mixture on the toast, a little bit more cheese, and then I'm gonna pop it in the oven to broil it for just a second. And then I added the tomatoes, which the recipe doesn't have. I just added a couple of these small ones in here, and oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Looks so good. Those sandwiches were so good. Oh my gosh, right?
So good.
So good, he says. Yeah, they literally came out bomb, so definitely recommend that recipe. Definitely recommend adding tomatoes to it. I think that made it. Jacob says it would be even better with more fresh tomatoes on top. If you wanted to add more like fresh basil, it would be more like a bruschetta. It'd be really good. I am going to get ready for bed. Jacob's gonna play some video games, and we will see you tomorrow.
And I'm up. Okay, so my job today is to show you what we did, at least what I did, to update the office. So let me show you. So Shelby and I work together. And I work together, I mean I work for her. She is, as you guys know, a professional wedding photographer and videographer. So she has a lot of work that she has to get done, but I am also a photographer, as you should know. So I can help edit her photos. Now what this means is I, before, used to have to use her computer to do so. So she would have to do something else, which isn't super optimal because it means we can't both work together. So I started looking into other options, and I did figure it out. But that resulted in me having to switch around the office quite a bit. My computer used to be right there. And now, as you can see, it is not. Instead, it and its whole mess of cables is on the left side. While I was at it, I also changed where my little button for my lamp is. So I have this lamp, and the button used to be right there in the corner, and I would just tap it with my foot. And it is now under here, just right here. So I can just, if you remember the apartment tour, I had a $4 keyboard. I have a $4 keyboard from Dell. That's getting replaced soon as it gets here. It's
That's a whole nother story.
But I finally got my upgrade. I've been waiting over a year for this thing, and it is right here. This keyboard is called the Wooting 2 Lacquer Edition, and that's because it has Lacquer Edition switches. And it basically means that the keyboard measures how far you press down the button every time you press it. So it knows when you press it just a little bit. Like you can set the keyboard sensitive enough so that dropping a coin on it will activate the switch. But yeah, it sounds really good. It feels amazing to type on compared to my old keyboard. And it comes with this cool little space bar called the snack bar because it has a bunch of snacks on it. So that's kind of the bulk of the update for my side of the office. But then we also updated Shelby's computer because she needed more storage space, and she's going to continue to need more storage space the more she works on photo and video. So we had to get rid of her small little case. It is sitting right there. And I pulled her computer out of it and I put it in this accidentally huge case right here. And the fancy thing that I did was I then used an Ethernet cable to plug them in to connect them to each other. Basically, I can access the files on her computer from mine and vice versa. So I can edit her photos when she is unable to, which is super convenient. And all it took was an Ethernet cable and screaming and crying, trying to figure out how to do it. The guides on Google are decent, but they're not great. That is my part of the office update. Shelby will fill you in on some other stuff, and she'll tell you stuff in her way, and hopefully that'll work. Oh, no, it's not the end of the office update. I forgot. When I got my keyboard sits a lot higher than my old one did, so I needed a wrist rest, so I decided to make one. So this wooden wrist rest is really simple. It's literally a piece of wood, a piece of plywood that's been left over from when we made our desks. And then I went and used a box cutter or like a razor knife, and I effectively whittled off this corner right there, all the way down the edge, right there. So it rests up against the keyboard pretty nicely. And then I sanded it a bunch and made it really nice and soft. The last thing that I did on it though was I needed a way for it to not rock back and forth a little bit because it wasn't super flat. Yeah, if you need something that's gonna sit on your desk and be kind of grippy so it doesn't slide around, but it also doesn't make a bunch of noise and doesn't bump, and what I recommend for a quick and dirty solution, not a permanent solution, is hot glue. It doesn't move around very much and it's pretty grippy. But yeah, that is my update. We will talk about the cabinet later.
Good morning, friends. Sorry if there's a lot of noise. Today when we're filming, the lawn guys are here and cutting all of the grass, so there's a lot of noise outside. Jacob just left for his meeting at the church. I don't know if he told you, but he's meeting with some of the pastors there to go over his internship for next year. Sorry, there's a bee out there. We had a problem when we first moved in with a hive on our patio. So now when I see bees, I'm like watching them to see where they go, because I don't want to deal with that. Anyways, not too sure what he told you about the office so far, so I'll throw my 2 cents in. But first, I wanted to show you these cute patio chairs that we just got. I'm obsessed, and I'll just show you. I found them on Facebook Marketplace, and the lady gave both of them to me for $60. She had them listed for $75, and I asked her if she'd be willing to do $60, and she did. And she even brought them over and delivered them because they wouldn't fit in our car. But how cute! I love them. They're like a little worn in certain areas, but honestly, I like that. Like, I think it looks lived in. It looks, I don't know. I like it. I don't mind it at all. And then the other big thing right now is we are talking a lot about our little cabinet that we got off of Facebook Marketplace for like $10. And what we're gonna do with it. We'll insert, if we haven't already, we'll insert a few clips of us brainstorming about it. It's just kind of a red cabinet, your basic cabinet. On the inside, okay, these are the little handles, which I like, but I also kind of hate. On the inside, there should be a shelf here. There's like a place to put a shelf in the middle, like a divider. So we'll talk about maybe adding a shelf back so that we can have more space to store things. What are you thinking? What are your thoughts?
Okay, I remember we have talked about this before.
Yeah.
And we had talked about
replacing these wooden panels for the door with like dowels, right? But we were gonna do that and then have those like maybe one color and then do another one, another color. I don't remember.
Yeah. We were thinking something two-toned.
Yeah, definitely
something
two-toned.
lighter contrasted with something darker. If I could, like, I would probably paint this like a dark gray. No, not a gray. I'd probably do like a black or something, and then do light wood dowels, and honestly, not even like stain them. Keep them light and fresh. But I feel like that would just be too dark for this corner. If we paint it black, we're not painting the whole thing black. Like, we could keep this light and we could keep the top light.
What if instead of black we used the same gray that's in on the
I don't know. I almost am thinking maybe a color. What if we did like a dark green, like a hunter green? These are the paint samples that, or not samples, but are they samples? I don't know. These are the different colors that we're looking at, trying to decide. We want to do green, and I definitely don't want to do green with like a yellow undertone. So like this one, I don't really love, so we probably won't do that. I think we were looking at pine forest. But yeah, I am just working right now. Well, trying to work. Our internet just went poop. So I'm waiting for it to come back online right now, which is unfortunate because there's a lot of stuff I need to get done. Actually, all the stuff I need to get done right now is on the internet. So I'm just waiting for that to happen. And we'll probably pick up with you guys when we go to Home Depot. Jacob is back from his meeting and he's coloring now.
Yes. Mulan.
Mulan. You can't even see it, it's too bright. But he's drawing. We were about to go to Home Depot, but we wanted to open something fun.
Yes, we did.
This is sent from his sister, Allie. She creates lots of fun things, as you're about to see. And we are so excited. We have been waiting to open this on the vlog so we can share it with everybody.
She actually like put it in wrapping and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, it's in there. It's like Easter.
It is like Easter.
Oh, voila.
Ooh,
that's cool.
oh, she fancy.
That's a nice bookmark. And
Wow.
keychain.
I like the feel of it.
Right?
It's cool.
This is, it's leather effect clay.
Leather effect clay. Yeah. I'm trying to see if you can see like the texture on here because it's cool. Yeah, so she sent us a bookmark and
look at how much that
keychain.
bends, and that's clay.
Wild. So cool.
That is. This is gonna
We
go
will
really well.
put her info to her Etsy shop below so you can check it out. She's got cool things on there. So.
Super cool. She's always coming up with new patterns and stuff. It's fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so go support
I'm actually
her.
gonna use this for sure.
I'll be. And put this on my camera bag. That'd be cool.
That's a good idea. Either camera bag or like a luggage tag.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Mm-hmm. That'd be a good identifier for our thing.
Yeah, for sure.
If you watch this,
Cool.
Allison, luggage tags, that would be genius.
Yeah. And also thank you.
And thank you. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's go to Home Depot.
I think it's pretty with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Especially that one. That
The
pine
bottom.
forest.
Yeah. Those are the two that we were looking at, are these two.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, we're gonna grab it right here.
Summer Oak.
Boom.
That's what it's called.
Okay.
Ooh, we got it.
We got it.
I think that'll look really, really pretty.
And I think there'll be plenty of paint.
Yeah. So we got our paint.
I should take my
We
glasses
went
off.
with what is this? Pine forest, the bottom one right there, the darkest one.
It's dark when it dries. When it's not dry, it's real bright.
It looks really bright. Wait for it. Like, that's so bright.
But it's really pretty.
But like, wait, where's the color? In comparison, it's pretty accurate. But this seems like darker, a little bit less saturated. Hopefully it'll work. We're gonna try
I think
it.
it's gonna be so pretty. It's very different from everything that we've done in our apartment so far.
Yeah, and then we got primer to help put that on so that hopefully the whole sample will last for the whole cabinet. And then this is the stain we got. what is this? Summer oak.
And that will be going on the cabinet, but it will also be going on my wrist rest that I talked about earlier, and on my shelf that I built around Christmas.
Are you gonna do that today?
If the internet's still down, yeah.
Yeah, our internet is still down, you guys. It's been at least
we
a
don't
few
know
hours.
We're not there.
Oh yeah, sure, it could be back up by now.
And
But
if
when
it
we
is-
left, it was still down. So
Look,
then
guys,
we
we got
also got
rods.
dowels. Like we mentioned, I think in the brainstorming, we're gonna use these on the panels on the door and then stain them with the summer oak, which looks really nice on pine. So hopefully it won't be super yellow, but hopefully this is gonna work out. We got only 5 just to try it out and see how many we're gonna need, and then we got candy.
Impulse. Oh, and we also saw this butcher block, and it's super nice. And we would love to use it for our desks or counters or countertops or other stuff in the future. We just, got to make enough money to get there. Well, we're on our way. We'll use the butcher block for countertops and stuff once we have our own house, if we get a fixer-upper like Shelby wants. I would say stay tuned, but that's
years in the making. We're not buying a house
Actually,
right now.
please stay tuned until that happens.
It's
Subscribe so you don't miss the video. You went for a walk one time and 2 caterpillars fell on your head.
Yeah, that was not a good time, and I was not happy.
And then you had a spider crawl on your leg today.
Wait, thumbnail.
Ah! Why do I gotta make noise during the thumbnail?